This conference will now be recorded.
Right. So in this session, we'll see how we can create reports by using macros. So in our previous session, we saw the static report. Then we saw how we can create the reports by using pivot tables. And today, in this session, we'll see how we can create the reports dynamically by using macros. So that means we are trying to learn the dashboards reportings in 3 different ways. Right. Let's open or say let's create one new sheet, and I'll just remove the grid lines, and here I'll just insert one shape that is just a banner. So as of now, we're not thinking about more of this design, just a banner will give. And then let's change the color of it. Okay. I'll take one separator. Right. So what we'll do is we'll try to see how we can create the reports by using macros. So for that, let's go to this data and see. We'll name it as WKS report underscore PPA. So we'll name something. We'll go here. We have say category and subcategory. Now what we'll do here is we have this say category. If I select this subcategory, so I'll get some subcategories here. So if I filter this category, then I'll get some subcategories. So based on that, I need to get the total sum and total profit. So for that, I need to create one chart. All right. So what we'll do, first we'll create a menu for this. That is for category. Let's go and see whether we have the menu. If you don't have, then we'll create one. So here we'll see the menu sheet. I think we don't have. So let's go here. We'll create a menu. WKS menu. And here we'll create menus for category and subcategory. So if you want, you can write a code for that. So for that, what we'll do, we'll go here, say F11. First, let's see whether it is saved as macro enabled workbook. Say save as. So it is a normal Excel file. So what we'll do, we'll go here, we'll save it as XLSA. Say save. Right. The first thing is to create a menu. So what we'll do, we'll go here, we'll create a menu in E10. Say Alt F11. Then say right click, insert a module, F4 mod underscore menu. So the menu, what we're trying to create is for this category, this one. So we need to get the count. So this is exactly like what we have done in our first session. So let's go here. I'll create one more sheet, which is for the calculation. Let's copy this. I'll say underscore calcs. This is just for our calculation in the backend. Say equals count A. Let's count the number of data. So we have 9,995. Say record count. Just name it as record count. Let's go to our VBA. Say sub refresh menu. Say category. We'll take the count intc as integer. So intc equals. We'll rename this sheet. Right. And then we'll also rename the menu sheet. So all the sheets has to be renamed because while we are writing the program, it will be easy for us to recognize on which sheet we are writing the program. Take this data. I just renamed all the sheets like what we did in our first session. Say we have this calculation sheet. Yes, here we have not renamed this. We'll rename this as well. All right. So this will be this calculation sheet dot range of, will take this count, that is fi dot value. Now we have to copy this, that is the category here, and then paste it. Let's say we'll paste it in this menu sheet in detail. Right. Say data dot range of, will copy from this cell, that is O1 dot resize intc comma 1 dot copy. Now let me paste it in this menu sheet, that is D10 range of D10 dot paste special. Now if you see, the data will get copied and pasted here. Say it will go here and it will paste here. Now I need to remove the duplicates. Let's go here, copy the same range, and we'll go here. Say D, I'll give some range and say dot remove duplicates columns 1, and here I'll say we have the heading. Now if you go here and just run this, you can see that I'm getting these categories. That means we just created a say menus here. Let's go to our reporting sheet. We'll take one drop down, say developer insert, and here we have this drop down. Just put the drop down here like this. Right. Now we'll right click and say format control, and we'll take the menu whatever we have taken here and the cell link. Say okay, done. So if you see, now I'm getting this furnitures, office supplies, and technology. To label this, we'll go here, say insert, and we'll take this text, say category. So one by one we'll do. Now I'll say Arial, make it bold. Let's keep it here. Right. Now the menu is ready. Now what we'll do is we'll try to create the table here. That is, we'll take the subcategory here and then the sales and the profit. Let's select all and go to properties, and let's change this to do not move, because if I'm moving my cell, the shapes also will get resized. So let's not do that. So I'll just change the properties to do not move so that the shape will not get disturbed or resized when I'm actually resizing these tables. Right. The first thing is I need to get the subcategories when I'm selecting the category. Say for example, if I'm selecting this furniture, so I should get this subcategories only for furniture. So what we'll do, we'll go here, we'll try to write the program. Here we'll try to write the program, say sub get sub category. In this calculation sheet, we'll try to paste the values whatever you have copied and then remove duplicates. Say here we'll copy and paste the subcategories, and here let's say I want the sales and here I want the profit. All right, let's say Tim intc as integer, and we'll take the same count, but this time we are copying only those data which are filtered by category. So we'll go to this menu sheet and we'll say equals index of this category, and I'll select this index what you have selected. Now what will happen is, if you go to this sheet, whatever the category I'm selecting, So that will get refreshed. That means it will get listed here. So if I'm selecting furniture, so I'll get furniture. If I say office supplies, so whatever I'm selecting here, that will be available here in this cell. So I need this to filter the data. So what we'll do, we'll go here, we'll say dim str category as string equals wks, and we'll say, or we'll take this as wks menu dot range of d4 dot value. Right. The first thing what we should do after getting that value, we have to filter the category, that is with the selected categories. Say data dot range of O1 to dot resize, or we'll say current region dot auto filter. You can also give A1 dot auto filter. Now I need to filter this column. Let me take the field ID. Say this is in the 15th column. That is for auto filter. We need the field number, comma. What is the criteria? The criteria is the category what I'm trying to filter. Let's check this. So I'll just try to filter this and see. Let's go and check. You can see that I'm getting this category filtered. Now let's copy this subcategory. Go here, say data dot range of this one, that is P1 dot resize INTC, that is number of counts, then say column 1 dot copy, and we'll paste it in this calculation sheet. Let's say I'll go and I'll paste it here in E10. WKS report dot range of E10 dot pay special. Now if I paste this here, let's run this again. So it is getting pasted. Now it got pasted. Now we need to remove the duplicates because here we need the unique values. Right. Go here, copy this, paste it, and say some number will give, and say dot remove duplicates. We'll say number of columns 1, and say it has got headers. Now let's run this. So you can see that I'm getting only those subcategories for the category what we have selected. Now when I select this office supplies, then here I should get only office supplies. Right, let's try that. I'm just trying with the code here. Later on we'll assign the macro for the drop downs. Now you can see I'm getting only these values, that is the subcategories for office supplies. Now this part is done. The next is I want to get the sales value and the profit value for these subcategories. So let's keep it as a menu here. What we'll do is we'll just copy this and paste it here, that is as values. I'm just doing this manually so that we can convert the same thing to code. Say subcategory here else is sales. Now when I say sales, I need to get the total of this. So how to get, say, equals sum ifs. First thing is the sum range. Let's go here. Just try to remove the filter. say equals sum ifs. We'll take the sum range, that is I'm getting the total for this sales. Let me select this F4 comma, then we need to go and check the criteria. So the criteria is subcategory. So again we'll go to this data, select the subcategory F4 comma, and then we'll select this subcategory, say enter. So I'm getting the sales value. Now let me copy this formula and just put it above this, so that next we can use the same formula to paste it here with the number of say subcategories we get. Now for profit, what I'll do, let me copy this and I'll paste it here. Here I'll say profit. When I say profit, the column whatever we have used here, the sum range whatever is there, that we have to change. Let me go here. So we have the sum range here, that is column U. Double click, instead of R I'll say U. Here also I'll say U, enter. Now this is the profit for the subcategories what we have. Let's select this also and I'll paste it here. So we got the layouts here, that is one is for sales, other one is for profit. Now what we have to do is we have to bring this data here and then we have to create a chart for this. Now you can plan whether I need a sales and profit value as a radio button, or we can have both the charts here. So what we'll do is we'll go here, go to this developer, I'll insert one option button and we'll name it as sales, and I'll take this one as profit. So what will happen is when I want the sales value, the sales table should get updated. When I say profit, I should get the table profit. So we'll write the code for this. Now we have this subcategory. Now what we'll do here, we'll just try to clear this and then we'll paste it again as and when we get the data here. All right. So after this, that is after removing duplicate. So what we have to do is we'll copy the subcategory. Say we'll try to get the count for this so that I can copy this data and I'll paste it here. Say equals count A. That is I want to know how many subcategories are there. So I have this 9. What we'll do in this code, we'll try to add one more variable dim int cat as integer. So this is nothing but the number of categories, subcategories what we have. Say make it as subcategory only. Let's not get confused. Subcategory equals WKS report calculation dot range of, we'll take this, that is E7 dot value. So now we got this value. All right, so let's go here. We'll try to copy this and we'll paste it here. But when I'm pasting, so let's clear this, because some categories has got only few subcategories, some have got more subcategories. So what will happen is if you're not clearing, so this the previous subcategories which were there, that will be still available here. So what we'll do is we'll clear from H10 to M somewhere. Say we'll give some buffer. Say WKS report KLC dot range of, we'll take this H10 to, we'll give some buffer, say M 5000 dot clear. So what this will do, this will just clear these contents and we'll try to paste this again. That is, anyways we'll be pasting the data here. So we'll go here, we'll say WKS report calc dot range of, we'll copy this from E10 dot current region dot copy. Now we'll paste it here, that is in H10 and in L10. say WKS report LC dot range of H10 dot paste special, will say paste as values. Copy the same thing and we'll paste it in L10 as well. Right, now let's run this and see whether we're getting the code properly or not. So what we have to do is every time when you're writing the code, you have to keep checking that so that we'll know that the code, whatever you've written, is proper or not. Now it got pasted here. Now the next step is to clear it. Say you go here, you can see that the data gets cleared. Now I'll try to paste it. Done. Next is we need to copy this formula and paste it here. So anyways, I have the count here. So we'll copy this. If you want, I'll just put this copy sales formula, say calculation dot range of, we'll copy this formula, say I8 dot copy. That is, we're copying the formula and we are pasting it here. That is, we'll paste it from I11. Say report calculation dot range of I11 dot pay special. Just say pay special. Now if you go and check this, I'll just try to run this. So I copied this formula and then I'm pasting it here. So it is pasting only in one cell. So for me, I want this to be pasted till here. So we'll go here. We'll say resize int subcategory comma 1. So that's why whenever you're writing any function, so you say code, you have to keep checking that. Say now if you see, I'm getting this properly. Now the same thing we'll do for profit as well. Let's paste it and say profit. Now if you say this, I want to paste the profit value here. Now we'll copy this M8 and we'll paste it here. That is in M11. Done. Now let's go here, copying this and I'm pasting it. So now if you see, for whatever category I'm selecting, I have prepared the calculations in the backend. Let's go and check. I'll say technology and we'll run this code and see. Now remove duplicates. Now let's check whether we are getting that. You can see that I'm getting all the subcategories for technology. Now the same thing has to be pasted here as well. So what we'll do, we'll just further, we'll run and we'll see. You can see that I'm getting this subcategories. Now I need to copy and paste the formulas. So you can see that I'm getting the calculated values also here. Right, so let's give the heading also here for I10 and M10. So that will be like, go here, I'll just copy this code and say that is in I10, say dot value equals sales. Here I'll say M10 and here I'll say profit. So I'll get the heading also here. Now this is done. Now what we have to do, when I'm actually selecting, the sales, so I should get the sales data here. Let's say I'll paste it from here. When I say profit, I should get the profit data. So here we'll try to paste it manually. So whenever you're actually, so this is not working, let's check. Okay, right. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this data manually and we'll paste it here. Paste it as values. So here Let's try to format this. So whenever you're doing any code, first make sure that you're doing it manually and then convert that into code. Now let's go here. I'll just format this. We'll format this some more rows here. I just increase the row height and we'll go here and change the font style. Then say I'll make it as 10, and here I'll just change this to 1000 separators. Let's say 1000 separators. I'll remove the decimal numbers. I'll make it central line. I'm just trying to format it. Let's go here. We'll put the borders as well. Control 1. Take some borders. If you want, you can just increase this columns. Bold. Select. Right. I just formatted this table. Let's say we'll give some indentation. So I can see that I just formatted here. Now whatever data we have here, that has to be copied and pasted here. That is, if I say sales, then I should get the sales value here. If I say profit, I should get the profit data. So how will I know that I should copy this sales or profit data? So what we'll do, right click, format control, and we'll give the cell link somewhere here. I'll just select here and say okay. Now if you click on this profit or sales, we'll get this 1 or 2, that is depending on the index. So if it is 1, that means it is sales. If it is 2, that means it is profit. Let me click on this profit. You can see that it is 2. Right. Now depending on this value, we'll try to update this value. Let's go back. Again in this code, I'll add one more variable. So whenever you're working on a code, you should keep checking that wherever I need to add the variables, you can keep adding it here. So I'll say int index as integer. Now let's scroll down. So after this copying and paste, here I'll take this index. This is to select profit or sales. Say equals. Let's go to this calculation sheet. Here I have this R5 WKS calculation sheet, range of R5 dot value. So this R5 dot value will have the index number. That is index of whether it is profit or sales. Now here we'll use one if condition. If int index equals 1, that means it is sales, then else end. So what should happen if it is sales? What should happen if it is profit? So that we have to update here. So if it is 1, that means it is sales. So I need to copy this range, that is from H10. I'll copy and I'll paste it here in B10 of WKS report underscore VBA sheet. Say WKS calculation dot range of H10 dot current region dot copy. And here I'll paste it in WKS report VBA. Here I'll say B10 range of B10 dot pay special and paste it as values because we have already formatted the data. So this format should remain. So let's paste it as values. Now if it is 2, then what we'll do, we'll go here and we'll copy this range, that is from L10. Say L10 dot pay special as values. So here, sorry, here we'll take this L10, but the pasting will happen here only B10 like this. Let's go on top. Here we are clearing the data. Similarly, we'll clear this data as well because here also we are pasting the data. So let's not have the extra data here. So what we'll do, we'll go here. We'll try to clear the data from here. That is from B10 to C1000, say clear contents. That means now the filtering, calculating, and pasting of the data is ready. Let's try assigning this macro to these buttons, say assign macro, and I'll assign this. Now directly I can go and I can select this so that the data whatever is there that will get copied and pasted here. So all the codes whatever is there here that will get executed automatically now with this code. Let's go here. I'll say furniture because the data is so much. I'm getting this. So I can see that it's profit and here I'm getting this profit. Let's change this to office supplies. So here I'm getting this office supplies. Let's format this as well. Right. So now this macro is running, but you can see that it's getting flickering. So we'll go here, we'll add something called as application.screen updating equals false. So this will actually avoid the flickering of the screen. Let's go and see, say furniture. So you can see that I'm getting this updated automatically. Now we'll assign the same macro for these two as well. Right click, assign macro. So you can actually write a separate macro also if you want, or you can assign the same macro if you think that every time I don't want to refresh it. So you can go here and you can give a separate code for this. Otherwise you can use the same code here. Usually what we do is we'll write a separate code here just to show for you guys. I just took this code only. Otherwise we can have a separate code for sales and profit so that we don't have to wait for so much of time for refreshing the entire data. Now right, so this is done. Now the data whatever is there I'm getting. So if you think that I want to create a chart for this, still you can do that. So what I can do is I'll go here, insert, and I'll insert a column chart. If you want, you can use a pie chart or column chart, whatever is left to you. Just select here, right click, select data, and here I'm selecting the data till here. Say so. Right, so I got some data here. Now what we'll do, we'll try to format this. Just trying to format. Okay. Now this chart is actually not proper. The reason is here we have some blank values also. So what if I take the range and I'll hide this. So I'm just trying to hide this. So you can see that now I'm getting some chart. So if you want, I'll just resize this. Let's go here. Say insert. Just increase this. Now select the data. Select data. We'll select the buffer as well. I'll tell you why. So after that, we can hide these rows in the end. I'll just remove the grid lines. I'm just formatting little. Now what we'll do is right click and say format chart. Go to this properties and say do not move or size. So what was happening is previously when I'm hiding these rows, the chart also was getting resized. So let it be like this. So what we'll do, we'll go back here, we'll try to hide all the rows which are not used. So here we'll say WKS report VBA dot range of. Let's hide it from here. Say B11 to B25 dot entire row dot hidden equals true. Now what will happen is here all the rows will be hidden, but we have the count here, that is the number of categories here. Only those many number of rows will unhide. Let's go back. We'll say WKS range, we'll say from B11 dot resize and say int subcategory dot entire row dot hidden equals false. Now what will happen is the number of rows whatever is there, the subcategories, only that will be shown, rest all will be hidden. Now let's see whether it will work. Let's say office supplies. You can see that we are getting these values, and only those categories, whatever subcategories there, only that will be available here. Now let's say sales. Now this chart will get changed to sales, and here these values also should get changed to sales. We can see that it's getting changed to sales. So if you think you want to format this, select chart design. Let's select this. Just increase this. Done. Now you change to anything here, say furniture. So this will get changed to furniture. You can see that it's getting changed to furniture. Say on profit, you can use it for profit. That is very simple actually. For that, what we have to do is first we have to try and work on these things manually first, and then we have to try to convert that into codes. So what all we did, let's say we'll recollect whatever we have done. The first thing is we created the menu, that is for category. Then we created the drop down and we assigned the values for the menus. Then we used filters, that is we started writing the code, that is we filtered category and pasted all the values which are from subcategories which we filtered in the data. Say for example, if you go here, so we tried to filter this category and took all the subcategories and pasted in say this calculation sheet and removed the duplicates. Then we copied this and pasted in two different tables so that I'll get that for sales and profit. Then we created a formula, that is SUMIF formula, and we kept on top so that we can use this for pasting for these subcategories. Now once this is done, then we wrote a code that is copying these ranges and paste it here based on whether it is sales or profit. Then once it is done, then we took a table, we formatted it, and then we try to hide those unhide those subcategories which are taken here. Rest all the rows which are formatted will be hidden. Then we created one chart which actually refer this range so that we can have the chart as well for this. So likewise, if you go step by step, these codes are just copying and pasting, just building the reports whatever we created. So likewise, we can create the reports for say reports using VB as well. So here the reports we learned about how to create reports, that is by formulas, then by static reports by say by using these pivot tables. Then we also saw how to create reports by slicers. Then we saw some more reports by designing, and then we also saw how to create reports by using this code. So anyways, whatever you feel, that is whatever way you feel comfortable and whatever the dashboard is required. So based on that, we can actually create the reports and the dashboards. Let me just stop here.